Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My speech this morning will be about two individuals that I love unconditionally. My parents, Victorine Hanson and Barry Hanson Sr. As I walked off the baseball field for the last time in tears and in defeat, my parents were there in high spirit embracing me and my teammates. At that moment in life, I realized how my parents were always there for me. For starters, I realized how supportive they were of my little brother and me. For example, they traveled to different cities each weekend to participate in tournaments. My little brother played AAU basketball and still does to this day, and I participated in Dizzy Dean baseball. And if you guys know anything about these two programs, they are very time consuming, and dedication is a must if you want to get something from other programs. But they could be described as late night, early mornings, because on weekends it was basically like hotel to hotel. And in the summertime, we basically lived out our suitcases because we was always on the run. But sometimes I felt like my parents were over supported because my mom was so dedicated that a lot of the moms on the team, they elected her to be team mom. And it was kind of weird because she would walk around with this big old first aid kit in a big bag, looking like a doctor doing house visits. And my dad, on the other hand, he was always around because he was the athletic director for St. John the Baptist Parish, and he still is till this day. But I sometimes was jealous because my dad wouldn't miss my games because they would interact with his work time. But I had to understood as I got older that business came first. My parents were also teachers because they taught us how to overcome adversity. My mom was diagnosed with bone cancer during my sophomore year of high school. This was a major blow to me and the family, but more to me because I didn't know how to deal with the situation. And it got weird because I came from a close-knit community, and every time I went to school or even to the store, people would ask, how was she doing? And I really couldn't answer them because she just kept it from us, so we don't worry so much. But still in all, we prevailed by stepping up our responsibilities inside and outside of the household. Our faith in God is what helped my mother become cancer-free for going on 5 years now, or 3 years now. Last but not least, my parents were counselors because they taught us about priorities. Priorities is something that my parents pride themselves on, and they tried to instill that in me and my little brother. They believe that faith, family, and school are the most important things, and I must say, since I've been living by these priorities, I've been successful so far in life. To bring things to a close, it has been an honor to tell about my parents. Every parent is different, so don't judge your parents on the amount of wealth or the material things because at the end of the day, they're still your parents. And I'd like to leave you all with this quote that my dad uses for the recreation department. The quote reads, "Plant a seed, nurture it, and watch it grow." It basically just compares growing a plant to raising a child. Because in order to plant a flower, you have to nurture it. And it's the same thing with a child. And that's pretty much it. Any questions?